Welcome back to Tot Family's Kitchen, a place where you can get cooking inspirations with easy-to-make recipes. Simply follow the step-by-step videos to achieve a great cooking experience and a guaranteed amazing taste. In today's video, you're going to be watching how to make the garden focaccia. So you'll be needing rice, baking, garlic and rosemary focaccia bread mix, which will be in the description box, 2 tablespoons of oil and 15 milliliters to grease the tins, 310 milliliters of water and vegetables of your choice to create the garden scenery. Then you'll also be needing a small amount of flour to place onto the surface. So here is the rice, baking, garlic and rosemary focaccia bread mix, which also has the instructions on the back. We've split the video into 4 different main sections. For part 1, you'll be kneading for 5 minutes and then resting the dough for 5 minutes as well. So you want to place all the flour into the bowl and then add 2 tablespoons of oil in as well. Then add a small portion of 310 milliliters of water and continue mixing. Alternate between mixing and adding the water. Before putting the dough onto the surface, you want to place some flour on top so that it doesn't stick. Then you want to let it rest for 5 minutes. Meanwhile, take your chosen tin. This can either be 3 smaller tins or 1 large tin, and put them into the oven to allow them to heat up. Then you can also be working on your vegetables and cutting them into plant shapes to create the scenery later on. Once your tins have warmed up, you can take them out and take about 15 milliliters of oil to grease the tins. For the second part of the video, you're going to be kneading and stretching for 2 minutes and then resting the dough in the tins for 10 minutes. So you want to start by kneading and stretching the dough for 2 minutes. Then, if you chose to do 3 tins, simply divide the dough into 3s and place each dough ball into a tin. You will be leaving it to rest for 10 minutes. While it is resting, take your chosen vegetables and start cutting and preparing them into plant-like shapes to create your garden focaccia. We decided to use olives, peppers, garlic, parsley, rosemary leaves, and tomatoes. In part 3, you'll be leaving it to rest in the tin for 15 minutes. So you want to use your fingers to push the dough so it fills the whole tin. Then you want to cover it with cling film and let it rest in a warm place. Preheat the oven to 210 degrees Celsius. Finally, take the cling film off and use your fingers and knuckles to make small indentations in the dough, almost like small holes. Then, use some more oil to cover the dough. Start placing your plant-shaped vegetables to create your scenery. After all is arranged, place it into the oven at 210 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes. Then it should be ready to serve.